Hi everyone, it's me, Javier, and in today's lesson, we will be talking about what the present continuous is or the present progressive. It is the same. This video might be larger than the simple present one, but it is not complicated. It won't be difficult for you to understand it or to learn it because as non-native speakers, we use it a lot, so we are already used to it. When do we use it? Well, we use it when we want to express something that will happen in the near future. When we want to express something that has a progress, or when we want to express something or an action that's happening in the moment that is happening right now. So it is related with the frequency, the present progressive. So after saying that, let's start with the structure, in this case, in affirmative and negative sentences. And in both of them, we have to begin with the subject pronoun, then the verb to be, and finally, the present participle of a verb. We will talk about when to form or how do we form a present participle of a verb in the next slide. Um, when we want to make a negative sentence or statement, we have to add not between the verb to be and the present participle of a verb. So it will be I am making any task. He is wearing shoes. We are reading an article. I am not making any task. He is not wearing a t shirt. We are not reading the newspaper. And for the questions, it is almost the same. In this case, in yes no questions, we have to change the verb to be and the subject pronoun. And at the end, it is always the present participle of a verb. So it would be, am I writing? Is she walking? Are you eating? For information questions, we only have to add, or we just begin with the WH words. For example, where, when, or why, or even how. For example, where is she walking? When are you eating? Why am I writing? And now talking about how to form a present participle of a verb. Well, basically, in most of the verbs, we have to add the ing at the end. But when a verb ends in an e, we have to delete it and add the ing at the end again. In some verbs that ends in a consonant, we have to double that consonant. Let's see. Here I wrote some verbs. So, from wear to wearing, from sleep to sleeping, from dance to dancing. As I said, dance is a verb that ends in an E, so we must delete it and add the ing. Then from run to running, stop, stopping, and forget, forgetting. As I said, in some verbs, um, we have to double the last consonant that is preceded by a vowel. Now, we will see the exceptions because you cannot add an ing to all of the verbs because we have the non-action verbs or the stative verbs. Um, Here I have a list. Here I wrote some of the verbs that mostly express a thought or an emotion. So it is impossible to add the ing. We cannot say he is deserving, he is knowing, she is recognizing, he is loving his dog. Actually, it is a fact that you or that someone might love his dog, so we have to use the simple present. He loves his dog. And as I said, you cannot use the ing or the present participle of a verb when expressing an emotion. That is why you cannot say he is loving his dog, he is hating his dog, he is liking his dog, she is hearing the music also. The senses are verbs which uh, you cannot use the ing. For example, smell. You cannot say I am smelling something or I am tasting, in this case, uh, touching, because taste when eating food, for example, um, it is possible you can taste food. So you might say, I am tasting this food. And then we have these other verbs that are kind of an exceptions, which are have, the verb have, and the verb be, but when works as a gerund. Let's talk about the verb have. That mostly it is mostly used to express a possession when we possess when we own something. We can use the verb have. We can say I have a car, my sister has 3 daughters, but we cannot use the present progressive with this verb. You cannot say I am having a car, I am having a baby, I am, I don't know, having material for my homework. You can use, in this case, having when we are, or when we want to express something related with food, with parties, with good and bad time. Here I wrote some examples, which are I am having a hamburger. She is she's having a pizza. I am having such a terrible day. I am having a bad day. Or I am having such a good day. We are having a birthday party tomorrow. We are having a birthday party tonight. And then be, which is not the verb to be, is the verb be, but when works as a gerund. I hate being shy. Odio ser tímido. Or we can say being shy is something that I hate. Ser tímido es algo el cual yo odio. So now let's talk about the functions, which are three mostly, and I said them in the beginning of this video, and the three would be when an action is happening at the moment, when a situation is in progress, and when we want to express an event expected in the near future. Here I wrote some examples also. Are you watching TV right now? She's explaining the lesson now. The words right now or now um, helps you to realize that an action is happening in this moment. So we have to use the present progressive, or we can use it. A situation in progress is that something that has a frequency. For example, she's working at home this whole week. It is raining during this month. And finally, when something is about to happen in the future, for example, I am buying shoes tomorrow. I am going to classes this afternoon. I don't know. I am going to classes tonight, or as I said before, I am having a birthday party tomorrow. And that would be it, guys. I hope you understood me, and well, see you in the next time.